here has covered? Who here has judged a book by its cover? Okay, everyone. Who here has judged someone before even getting to know them? Don't mind, I'll do it. So in today's society, we all judge each other before we get to know each other. Just by walking by each other, judging by what we're wearing, our hair color, to even to our skin. From race to scars to even tattoos. Tattoos is my topic of the speech. So, I believe that I feel like I'm qualified to go and talk about tattoos because I have a couple of them, not too many, a couple. I grew up in a household with my dad and my family having tons of tattoos, from sleeves, neck tattoos, whatever you can think of. So I grew up in, a good household that accepted it. But I had friends who were like, oh my God, you have a tattoo? You're only like 18 at that moment. My first tattoo when I was like 17. So throughout this speech, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about tattoos. So first, I'm gonna talk about stereotypes on tattoos. Second, the pros and cons on tattoos. And then finally, I'm gonna look at how tattoos are viewed in different generations. So starting off with stereotypes. A couple of stereotypes on tattoos is, one, the easiest one is not being able to get the job. There are plenty of jobs out there that do not allow tattoos. One, a good example is In-N-Out. I actually work there, but I try to go swivel through the guidelines as much as I can. Almost got fired a couple times, but I'm good. You just gotta basically just, if you want it, know the placement, know the guidelines, know the job, or like think of your future from there. From just getting the job, getting old, your tattoos are gonna get a little saggy, you're gonna get old, a little fat. Just think of that. Think of the color, especially. Sometimes it can fade over time, especially if you're in love with the sun. For example, I am. So my back piece I got when I was 17. I'm only 20, it's already fading. So you gotta be careful with keeping in mind for that. From stereotypes, we're gonna go ahead and go from the pros and cons. So I'm gonna start off with the pros. One, beautiful piece of art, okay? Hands down. Everyone wants like a dragon on you or a butterfly, we all want that. But from that, what was I gonna say? From having a beautiful piece of art, it can represent something beautiful. From a memory, to even a portrait of someone, to even a drawing that you drew yourself, or even handwriting. For example, I have my grandma's handwriting saying, "I love you," on my arm here. I'm not gonna take out my jacket, but it says right there, and she even drew heart, and at I love heart, because at the end, she doesn't connect it, which I was happy the tattoo artist didn't connect it, so it's like, has a little piece to it for myself. So from having all of the beautiful pros on tattoos, there's of course cons. For example, you get what your money's worth, okay? You're like, oh my God, I want a tattoo right now, which I do that all the time, okay? I have some tattoos I don't regret, because it was a good time, it was a good memory, but yeah, Haley knows. Haley was there every single time. Just think of the price, okay? They're like, oh, $10. Don't do it. Think of also the sterilization, because you can get infections. You can even lose like a body part, because you can get so infected. You really have to be careful. From AIDS, from needles, think about that. Another con, you can be allergic to the actual ink. Depending where you go, can actually change the ink that they have from the cheapest to the most expensive. So for example, if I get a tattoo on my fingers with a cheap ink, it can fall off within a couple days, and you spend $100 on it. So keep in mind where you go. So from talking about pros and cons, I'm going to go ahead and move to how tattoos are viewed in different generations. For example, again, my grandma. I have tons of tattoos on her, but she's not the #1 fan on tattoos, okay? Every time I got a new tattoo, oh, she would shun me. She would just like not even look at me, walk away. But the one tattoo she loved was her handwriting. So every time she would see it, she would kiss my arm and she'd be okay with it. So little by little, she's kind of, getting used to it. But she grew up in a household where it wasn't accepted. She was born in the 40s, so of course, during that time, tattoos have been around for over 6,000 years, but yet we still don't accept it. And I don't understand why. Yes, it's a piece of art. Yes, it might be colorful. It's not your God-given body, but it's something meaningful to you, and it's representing something so strong from you love. So if I'm talking about how tattoos are seen in different generations, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So an actual article, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in. I found, asked over 300 employees on how tattoos would affect their chance of jobs, and if the employers would hire them with tattoos. So about 22.04% said yes, they would hire them. 49.39% said no. 18.36% said depends on the situation. And finally, 9.94% said depends on how many. So before you get hired somewhere, look at the guidelines, ask people who've been hired there, ask the people, and just get a tattoo and just have fun. Just know the consequences.
Thank you.